Welcome back to episode 22 of the Red Devils Rebuild. My Manchester United save on Football Manager mobile and unseen today. We only have one match for you, and that match is a Champions League final in Turkey against Borussia Dortmund. Before we get into that game, we're just going to show you the end of season awards that were announced after their last league game, a 1-0 win against Wolves. So Leroy Sané of Manchester City has won the Players' Player of the Year. Roberto Firmino of Liverpool coming second, and Anthony Martial of Manchester United coming in third on that award. And then Anthony Martial wins the Young Player of the Year, ahead of Leroy Sané of Manchester City and Christian Pabon of Arsenal. The team of the year concerned, Manchester United representatives are Anthony Martial and Adair Milito. Quickly at the player of the team, so we've got Edison, Moreno, Smalling, Milito, Johnny, Martial, don't know who that is, Tony, Keita, Sterling, Aubameyang and Firmino. So there we have Chris Smalling, who we did sell to Fulham. He is in the team of the year alongside our star centre-back, young Brazilian Adair Milito. As far as the manager of the year is concerned for the Premier League, that was won by me. That is all the player awards for the season dealt with. Now we will get into the team to face Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final. We have got a team of David De Gea in goal, back four of Tierney, Holdsworth, Melito and Delo. Adrian Silva playing as a defensive midfielder, which we've done in quite a few big games to huge success this season. Paul Pogba and Ander Herrera in midfield. Anthony Martial, Wilfred Zaha at wide, and Marcus Rashford is up front. So here we are in our first Champions League final of the save in Turkey against Borussia Dortmund. We went through 10-0 on aggregate against Monaco in the quarterfinals. We shut out Atletico Madrid in a 2-0 aggregate win in the semi-finals, and now we are facing Borussia Dortmund here in Turkey in the Champions League final. Can this young team come good here and get the biggest trophy of them all, that being the Champions League? Ander Herrera with the ball in midfield, looking for Pogba, who finds Marcus Rashford, looking for Martial, and Anthony Martial scores on 4 minutes. Manchester United are 1-0 up here in Turkey against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final. Of course, Manchester United have history against German teams in Champions League finals. Oh, nearly two there, beating Bayern Munich 2-1 in the famous Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 1999 treble-winning Champions League final. Herrera looking for Rashford, into Pogba. Pogba with a chance to make it two, but it's Diogo Dalot then. Herrera back to Dalot, cut out, Milito clears that. Good defending from Eder Milito, last man there. United in the first 27 minutes. Just like Atletico Madrid, they've not had a shot yet. United have had 5 and slightly more possession in the first half an hour, but Ander Herrera's given the ball down on the right wing. Diogo Dalot has caused an injury there to one of the Dortmund players, and United have got a throw in. It's Dalot with the ball now into Wilfred Zaha. Zaha cuts inside. Tierney goes out for a throw in to Manchester United in 5 minutes until half time. United had the better of this game so far in his first 41 minutes here in Turkey. It's a free kick just on the edge of the box then. And Herrera to take, whips it in, Herrera shoots and it goes past the post, and that'll probably be the last attack of this first half for Manchester United. Dortmund only had 2 shots, United have had 7, 6 on target and 53% possession. Anthony Martial there doing well, Diogo Dalot at right back, the star men of this Champions League final so far. 45 minutes from glory then for Manchester United. Can they win a Champions League for the first time in this save at the first attempt? Mason Holdsworth to Kieran Tierney, looking for Rashford. We played Holdsworth at the back because Maguire's been out for a month, and ultimately Holdsworth is going to be our first choice centre back, probably alongside Melito. So this will probably be our first choice centre back pairing. Maguire probably will drop down to first reserve at centre back once the new season starts. Just given, I think Holdsworth deserves the opportunity to play in the Champions League final. And there he is, 8 rating for Holdsworth. He's certainly proven his worth here against Dortmund today. Holdsworth holds the ball up. There you go. Just as I was praising him, he does Mason Holdsworth things. 60 minutes gone and under. Herrera looks to be going into the book. We'll probably make a quick change to take Herrera off and bring on Scott McTominay in midfield, just so Herrera doesn't get sent off. Who else could do with a little rest? I mean, we'll probably take Zaha's not playing well. Who's better on the right? Suarez or Greenwood? I would play Greenwood up front and Luis Suarez is going to come on for Wilfred Zaha on the right hand side as an inside forward. And obviously Martial coming in as an inside forward on the other side, so both Martial and Suarez are going to be up there supporting Greenwood in the last 29 minutes in this Champions League final. Anthony Martial with a goal on 5 minutes. United have been ahead for about an hour in this tie now. Dortmund have not really threatened the United defence too much. We've been pretty solid. We've been able to cope with what Dortmund have thrown at us so far. I was certainly getting back into the game. A little bit of 15 minutes to go. Hopefully United can hold out and win this Champions League final. Milito's in a bit of trouble here. Hopefully it's not red. There you go. It's only a yellow card for Eder Milito then. Needs to be a little bit careful. But United are 12 minutes away from glory. Can we do this? Win the Champions League? Paul Pogba having another terrible game there. That certainly reinforces my plan. Oh, Dortmund are threatening here in the last couple of minutes there. Just get it up the other end of the pitch. Greenwood with the ball into Luis Suarez, wide to Diogo Dalot. Just keep the ball in the corner. He's gone out from Manchester United corner then. 93rd minute, Greenwood with the corner. Whips it in. Can't get past the first man. And it goes out to United throwing now. United just keep coming at Dortmund. Not long to go, surely. Dalot. Milito. Dalot. United have done it. Champions League win for Manchester United at the first attempt. Anthony Martial, the hero in Turkey with the goal on 5 minutes. And Manchester United, champions of England, champions of Europe. There you see it. What a victory. First Champions League win for Manchester United in this save.